Are you ready to transform your pool into a stunning oasis? At Mainland Pool Service, they're a family-owned business committed to keeping your pool looking pristine all year round. They believe that pool care should be proactive, not reactive, which is why their skilled team handles everything from routine cleaning to complex issues with precision. They prioritize clear communication and personalized solutions to exceed your expectations. Join the Mainland Pool Service family today and experience the difference their expertise and dedication can bring to your relaxation retreat. Contact them now at mainlandpoolservice.com.
I risk my life to tell y'all these truths.
Cat Williams is back. Brand new material, a new tour, and the same legendary laughter he's delivered for decades.
Nick Cannon got 136 children, Jesus. Did you know that?
Always classic, always Cat.
White people are friendly. You can call them at 3 o'clock in the morning with the wrong number and they won't even be mad at you. Hello? No, I'm sorry. No Shaquita here.
The Golden Age Tour. March 6th in FedEx Forum. Get tickets at Ticketmaster.com.
Grizzlies fans, dunks, dimes, and no-looks are great on TV, but nothing compares to catching them IRL. And that starts with buying tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Memphis Grizzlies and the NBA. Ticketmaster gets you to the game so you can catch every highlight in person. From seeing your favorite Grizzly stars up close to hearing the squeak of the sneakers on the hardwood. Put that jersey collection to use and get tickets at Ticketmaster. There's no better brag than saying you saw it live. See you courtside, Memphis. Own the 2025-26 Grizzly season with the 10-game Flex Pack, the ultimate way to catch all the action on your terms. Choose your favorite matchups from intense rivalries to weekend thrillers and customize your pack to fit your schedule. With 10 games to pick, you'll never miss the moments that matter most. Visit Grizzlies.com/packs today to build your perfect ticket pack and cheer on the Grizzlies your way. It's your team, your season, and your schedule. So don't miss out.
Live from the Built Ford Tough studio at FedEx Forum, it's the Gary Parrish Show, presented by Ortho South, on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. Now, here's your host, Gary Parrish.
All right, I'm here. My name is Gary Parrish, speaking to you from the Built Ford Tough studio, FedEx Forum, downtown Memphis. Bennett Doyle right there producing the program. Glad he's with me. Glad you're with me. Hope you're getting through the day best you can. And I hope you weren't too bored by what people are calling a boring Super Bowl. They said if you rank all the Super Bowls, that's going to rank closer to the bottom than the top. Congratulations to Seattle, though. I had a good time last night. I didn't mind nothing. You know, wasn't the most competitive football game I've ever watched, but I was surrounded by family and friends. We had food, we had drinks, and I don't know, seemed like a good night. I don't know what the rest of the country was up in arms about. I had a good night. We'll talk about it momentarily. First, though, quickly, let's set today's schedule for you. In the next segment, Michael Eaves is going to join me. He hosts SportsCenter for ESPN. I'll talk to him about all things Super Bowl. Michael Eaves is going to join me in the next segment. Finish talking to him. We're going to take a break, come back, do 5 more things you need to know, at which point we'll discuss 5 previously undiscussed stories. Among them, the Grizzlies will return to the court tonight. They're out in San Francisco after losing back-to-back games in Portland. We'll get you ready for that in whatever way we can. We'll do it in about 40 minutes. The Utah Jazz decided to prove that you can trade for Jaren Jackson Jr. and still tank the season away. Weird scene between Jaren's team and Desmond's team this weekend. We'll laugh about that in just a bit. The participants in the NBA's three-point competition have been announced. We will have a con, but we will not have a can. I'll run you through the list a little later on in the show. Penny Hardaway's Tigers are back above 500 for the first time since January 21st. Easy win over Charlotte in downtown Memphis yesterday. We'll celebrate that in the third segment. And this weekend, just all-time great weekend for college basketball. Seth Trimble bombed Duke at the buzzer. Jeremy Fears lifted Michigan State past Illinois in overtime. I'll guide you through the highlights of the weekend during a segment we call 5 More Things You Need to Know. Then we'll eventually do GP's Carryout, and we'll call it a day. So that's the rundown. We got a lot to get to, but I did want to start with the Super Bowl. It was played in California last night. Final score, Seahawks 29, Patriots 13. Seattle is a champion. And Kenneth Walker Jr., a Memphis legend, especially now, is your Super Bowl MVP. MVP. Let's just stop there for a second.
Yep.
Super Bowl MVP.
Dude, that was pretty awesome. Remember, I sat in here last week and was like, yeah, that's a cool story, but is like he claim us? Like, really? Yeah, he does. He didn't even put his college on his intro. It just said Kenneth Walker, Memphis, Tennessee. That was awesome, man. That was cool to see. Like, when I saw that, I was like, let's go. They even had like the vignettes, like when they were coming back from break, of just the different players. And like, it was him like in his outfit, and it said just Kenneth Walker, Memphis, Tennessee, big bold letters. I love it.
They kept giving him the ball, boy. 27 carries.
Oh, yeah. He's awesome.
27 carries, 135 yards. He averaged 5 yards per carry. His longest run was 30 yards. MVP. That's just like, I like my kids seeing that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, hey, you know where you're from? That guy right there.
Yeah.
He probably been to some of the same restaurants you've been to. He's been to some of the same places you've been to. He probably likes the Grizzlies the same way you like the Grizzlies. And he's the Super Bowl MVP. That was a sweet moment.
That was cool.
I know the game wasn't as competitive as everybody would have liked. Maybe not the most exciting Super Bowl we've ever had, but the Super Bowl MVP is one of us. The Super Bowl MVP is one of us.
That's pretty good, man.
I'll take it.
That warmed my heart yesterday. I loved that.
I think going into it, I had sort of said, to the extent that I'd said anything, was like, I don't really care who wins. And, I guess this isn't the Super Bowl I would have picked. The Bills story would have been incredible. The Bears story would have been awesome. But, there's awesome stories here. I'll just watch it and whatever. As we got closer to the game, I was like, no, I've decided. I would like to see Seattle get this. I would like to see Seattle win the Super Bowl. For a variety of reasons, but among them, the running back for that team is from here. Mm-hmm. So let's just root for that. I can remember being a kid, and to the extent I cared about the NBA, I cared about the Orlando Magic. Why? Because that guy in that uniform, with the number one in that uniform, that guy's from here. That guy's from here. He went to school at Memphis. He grew up here. Now he plays for that team. I'll root for them. Same type of thing last night. I was like, I want Seattle to, like, I'm not going to go out and buy all the jerseys and stuff. I'm not a Seattle fan, but somebody's got to win this game. I'd like it to be the team with the running back from here. And then the Sam Darnold story. Like, that's just an all-time great story.
It is.
That's a story that it will be used as a motivator for young people forever. Forever.
No question.
We talked about this last week. Every time a person gets cut from a basketball team, there is somebody who throws an arm around them if they're upset and says, hey, listen, okay, this isn't what you had planned, and I know you worked hard, and I know you're disappointed, but Michael Jordan got cut from his high school basketball team once upon a time.
Mm-hmm.
And you see what happened next. He didn't shut down. He didn't give up. He got back to work, and then he became Michael Jordan. So that feeling you're feeling right now, know that this is the exact same feeling Michael Jordan felt once upon a time. So let's get up. Let's get up. Let's get back at it. Now, some of that's exaggerated and whatever. And, the whole got cut. There's like the details are in there. It's not as clean as the simple version likes to make it. But that story has been told for a long time. That, like, hey, little Billy got cut. Well, Michael Jordan got cut. Tell him, do you know the Michael Jordan story? Tell him the Michael Jordan story. That'll make him smile. Sam Darnold story's one now, too. You're supposed to be the next great thing coming out of high school. Mm-hmm. You go to one of the biggest brands in college. You're a top 3 pick. You're supposed to be the next great thing. And then you're just not. And people are calling you a bum for the first time in your life, a bust for the first time in your life, disappointing for the first time in your life. So they get rid of you. Then another team gets rid of you. Then another team gets rid of you. Then you actually land in Minnesota. You're doing it.
Mm-hmm.
But then they got to make a choice between you or the quarterback they've never seen.
Ooh, I bet they regret that.
I know they regret that.
Yikes.
But they picked the other guy. They picked the other guy, for a lot of different reasons. But they picked the other guy. Think about what that's like. You have a job. You're doing your job well.
Mm-hmm.
And then your contract's up and they come to you and they say, appreciate everything you did. You did well. We're moving on. What? I just got good at this. I understand why the Jets wanted to get rid of me and this franchise. But I just got good, and now you don't want me? All right, I'll go try this other thing. Super Bowl champion. That's a great story.
It is really cool.
Fifth franchise at the age of 28, after being called a bum and a bust and everything else, proves that you can get through all that. That there's a way out of that. Might not be in a likely outcome. Most people who are supposed to be the next great thing and then aren't and then get called a bum, you know what they become? They just stay a bum. They're just like, they were selected. They got to the franchise, couldn't play. Different franchise, couldn't play. Now they, sell insurance or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Not guaranteed, not a likely outcome, but the Sam Darnold story now exists. You can be a bust and still recapture your career and what everybody thought it was going to be, but what now everybody thinks there's no chance. You can still get there. And that's the Sam Darnold story. And that was another story we had last night. So by the time we got to kickoff, I was like, that's what I want. I want that team to win for these reasons. And then the game was the game. I guess it was boring, but I don't need the Super Bowl to be exciting.
Completely agree with you on this. I don't need it. It's about the spectacle. The Super Bowl is about the show, and obviously if your team's in it, it's completely different. But I'm with you. The game doesn't have to be a great game for me to have a good time at the Super Bowl.
I don't. Yeah, I had a great time last night. I don't. Whatever was going on with the game had no impact on my evening.
Mm-hmm. Same.
I had my family. Here's my wife. Here's my children. Here's my friends. Here's my food. Here's my drinks. Here's my TV. This is perfect.
Good
I'm
stuff.
good. I don't need anything more than that. I guess I would prefer to watch the best football game ever, but I didn't need it to be the best football game ever. But it wasn't the best football game ever.
It was certainly not.
It was not competitive. And I woke up this morning and I turned on ESPN and there's Dan Orlovsky, that guy, and he's you know what he's saying?
What'd he say?
He said Drake May, just average. He's just an average guy.
I'm not sure. He's young.
He's 23 years old.
Yeah.
It is wild that.
And that Seahawks defense is elite.
Woo.
It's a tough spot.
He's 23 years old. Like
Yeah.
if we saw a 23-year-old in the NBA Finals leading the team in the NBA Finals, we'd be like, ugh, that's not normal, right? That's why a lot of people thought the Thunder couldn't get it done because it was like, they're too young. They haven't done this and that, whatever. Like 23 is a super young age to be quarterbacking a Super Bowl contender. Yeah. And like he was an MVP candidate and all that stuff. And just, I guess it shows you, I don't watch every Drake May snap during the season like some people do. But all I heard was they found the next great thing. And he was an MVP candidate at the age of 23. And then like struggles against an all-time great defense. And now we're back to he's just average. Are we? Like, is he, were you calling him average 2 weeks ago? Like, when did we decide that the guy who was the next great thing at 23 is just average all of a sudden because he had a bad game against a great defense on a big stage?
He's got time on his side.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know. It just seemed, it seemed like perhaps an overreaction.
I think so too.
Yeah, but.
I think so too.
But.
Did you enjoy the spectacle of it all?
I did. I did. The halftime show.
The halftime show was great.
Of course it was great.
The halftime show was great.
Of course it was great.
My children were dancing. Everyone was into it. It was great.
It was great.
Lady Gaga came out.
Lady Gaga
what?
was there.
My wife screamed when Lady Gaga came out. Like it was good stuff.
There's Lady Gaga. There's Cardi B. There's Jessica Alba. It was awesome. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. And then I said on Friday, I was joking around. I said, listen, I already told my family, if you want to talk to me during the Super Bowl, you get all your questions and your conversations in first quarter, second quarter. Because after halftime, I'm clocking out on you guys.
Yeah.
I mean, I love you. I'll still tuck you in and stuff. But after halftime, I'm clocking out, and I'm going to Facebook. I just got to see.
Yeah.
I got to see what's going on Facebook after Bad Bunny performs at the halftime show. I got to see this. And then, I recognize I had my family there and friends there, and I decided not to do that. So I just put my phone down, and I just interacted with the people in the room with me. I didn't feel the need to find out what strangers were thinking or tell strangers what I'm thinking. I just kicked it with the people in the room with me, the way we used to do back, before things got so complicated. So I didn't actually get on Facebook. But my wife's got friends and they have Facebook. And they were sending her like screen grabs of it, like look what this.
Yeah.
And it's like, what's so funny about it is it's not like, oh, do you see this crazy person on Fox News saying some crazy stuff in a Kid Rock shirt? It's like that. It's like these are real people. These are people we see at like Guadalajara Grill. Like you can't walk into Guadalajara Grill without seeing them folks. And you see them at the baseball field. You see them at the indoor soccer facility, right? These are real people. And so my wife's friends just sending her like screen grabs, like, look at what so-and-so posted about Bad Bunny, or what so-and-so posted about how awesome Kid Rock is in the year 2026. And, oh man, I can't laugh harder.
Well, I
cannot laugh harder at the people who were offended by a 14-minute halftime show. And I know some of you are watching right now, and just so we're all on the same page, I want to be very crystal clear about this. If you're somebody who thought you needed an alternative halftime show headlined by Kid Rock, you are hilarious. You are hilarious, and I cannot stop laughing at you. I know you think you sound a certain way, but to any normal person, we are laughing hysterically at you. We all have our side group chats. We are laughing so hard at you. You cannot be funnier to us than being offended by a Bad Bunny show so much that you think you need a Kid Rock show in the year 2026. And some of these people that are all upset about it, like I know you guys. I seen you at the strip club back when we was young. I know you used to pay a lot of money to get lap dances that look just like them women that were dancing in the halftime show last night. And now you're mad? Now you're mad? When did you people get mad about a bunch of baddies twerking on TV? That's all I want.
Okay. I agree with all of your points. And I did not, we talked about this on Friday. I did not dual screen the halftime shows. I didn't. But I did send you and JB the clip of the Kid Rock thing. That song still goes extremely hard. I mean, it just does.
I noticed that you sent something. I was so locked into just like, I swear to God, I didn't even see it. I still don't know what you sent me. I didn't even bother to look. I was just hanging out. But
it was ba with a ba.
Of course it was. The only thing I was interested in last night after the halftime was if my wife got another text message with a good screen grab, could you tell me what it says so I can laugh out loud? Oh, it's the funniest. It is the funniest. It is the funniest.
It was good stuff. It was good stuff.
In the past week, we have a president of the United States sharing a depiction of the Obamas as apes. And then we have a part of the country excusing that and yearning for a Kid Rock show so that they don't have to watch Bad Bunny for 14 minutes. You people are insane, crazy, but just crazy. Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. I can't wait till all the books are written. If I'm lucky enough to have grandchildren, still here to see them, they're going to come to me, be like, Grandpa, is it? Did they really think they needed an alternative halftime show to Bad Bunny? Was that a real thing that happened? A few days after the president of the United States shared a depiction of the Obamas as apes? Is that all stuff that really happened, Grandpa? Yeah. Oh, yeah, I lived through it. Talk to your grandma. Her friends were sending her all the funny screen grabs. And here's what's going to be funny about it. It won't just be random people. You know who it'll be? It'll be their friends' grandparents who were doing it. You don't even know how embarrassing you are. Michael Eaves is up next.
The Grizzlies are proud to team up with Prime Global Group, a company on a mission to redefine real estate investment. By leveraging deep experience, strategic insight, and robust resources, Prime Global Group is shaping a smarter, socially responsible future. Whether you're an investor or simply curious, now's the time to explore innovative strategies that align with your values. Join the movement and discover how you can be a part of this exciting evolution. Visit primeglobalgroup.net to learn more and connect with the team today. That's primeglobalgroup.net.
Let's face it, there's a lot of trash talk in basketball, but the great teams let their performance do the talking. Like Ford F-150 with Pro Power on board, a class-exclusive industry-first feature that turns your truck into a mobile generator and leaves the competition speechless. Ford F-150, official truck of the Grizzlies. Greatness starts here at your Mid-South Ford dealer. Class is full-size pickups under 8,500 pounds, GVWR.
Nate Bargatze.
Look, I say a lot of dumb stuff. I try to keep it in front of large groups. Seems to go better that way.
Big Dumb Eyes World Tour.
When you say something dumb one-on-one, it's a lot for that person. I'll say it, then I can just feel that they feel the weight of my life on their shoulders.
Tickets and info at NateBargatze.com. Don't miss the Big Dumb Eyes World Tour. Nate Bargatze.
Memphis, Monday, February 16th. Tickets and rinksider packages on sale now.
Jeff Dunham, Artificial Intelligence, his all-new tour.
You're the other white meat. How can you be so smart on one hand and so stupid on the other? Well, you're half of it. I realize I could have avoided all this years ago with one simple word. I do not. Silence!
Don't miss a Memphis. Friday, April 10th, FedEx Forum. Tickets on sale Monday, September 29th at JeffDunham.com.
Welcome back, Gary Parrish Show, presented by Ortho South. We're inside the Built Ford Tough studio, and on Mondays, I'm joined by Michael Eaves, who, of course, among other things, hosts Sports Center for ESPN. Michael Eaves is GP. How are you on this Monday morning?
I'm good, man. All good over here.
All good over here, too. I only bring it up in this way because I saw you tweet it or retweet it, but big controversy last night with a 14-minute concert in the middle of a football game, performed by Bad Bunny. When did America get so bothered by big booty women twerking? Because I enjoyed the halftime show. I thought that's what people liked. I'd never seen so many old white men upset about big booty women twerking. That's the kind of stuff I thought we all appreciated.
Here's the thing: those white men you talk about like it too. They just don't want other people to know they like it, at least not publicly.
There you go.
It's just such an overreaction to something that, even prior to it didn't matter, right? It just doesn't matter. It's just entertainment. But in this day and age, Gary, people just want to latch on to something, A, to just criticize something, or B, to make some type of, agenda-driven statement to, sow division. That's literally where we are right now. Like, you have to hate something, right? And it's a shame that it was a shame that it was all that beforehand. But at the same time, once we got to the show, it was spectacular. Yes. Like, it was absolutely spectacular in terms of the overall production of what Bad Bunny presented last night at the Super Bowl. Whoever performs next, dude, you got a lot to cover for, because he set the bar really, really high.
It was not only spectacular by one of, and I think this gets lost, sometimes people act like Bad Bunny's like not the second biggest artist in the world behind only Taylor Swift. It wasn't just spectacular. It was beautiful. It was It was beautiful to look at. The message was sweet. Like, that's the kind of thing. I don't want to, get hyperbolic, but I want my boys to sit down and watch that. I want that to influence them, not the other stuff that's out there. I want my boys to be influenced by that message, by love is better than hate. And you don't hear that in the ways that you'd like to hear it, in the alternative programming. Let's just put it that way. Yeah. And I just thought, for all the build up to it, he pulled it off brilliantly and with a beautiful message. And if you are somebody who was bothered by that last night, it should be, I know it won't be, but it should be a real look in the mirror moment for you. Like, what the F is wrong with you that you are offended by that guy doing that show?
It was a celebration of his upbringing and culture.
Right.
How can you not appreciate that, even if it wasn't your upbringing and culture? I don't understand. Like, it was beautiful for him to celebrate almost his success, and really, if you think about it, it was the epitome of the American dream. Dude was bagging groceries 10 years ago. A decade ago, he was bagging groceries in a supermarket in Puerto Rico. Now he just played halftime of the Super Bowl with an audience of 150 million people. How is that not the epitome of the American dream? And you want to hate on it because it was in Spanish.
And that is the America we're living in right now, unfortunately. Feel free to pass if you want, but I got you here, and we're talking about this stuff. And you're active and you have a voice, but it's been a crazy last week. And I know social media isn't the most important thing in the world, but the President of the United States shared something within the past week that I honestly could not imagine a president ever doing in my lifetime. If I shared that exact same thing, Michael, I would be fired from every job I got within 30 minutes. Within 30 minutes, my career would be over. And this happens, and we just move on. And people, I don't want to say people don't blink, because we're blinking, and we're like disgusted. But it's like, we're back at work on Monday like nothing really happened. Just take that wherever you want to take it.
First of all, this man has done several things that another president has never done, or you would even consider a president doing. And for the most part, there's been no repercussions. Number two, racism is racism. And if you try to excuse it, it says a lot about you, right? Look, I have very strong convictions about things I, see and witness, and how I feel about my own personal life and how I feel about America and the world. I don't share all of them, but I am very anti-racist. I am. Look, I grew up a biracial child raised by a black family in an all-white town in the South. Okay, I know racism in and out. I had a PhD in racism before I got a BA in journalism. Okay, and for anyone to try to excuse it or try to just sort of push it aside as if it doesn't mean anything, again, that says a lot about you. And if you support that type of behavior, then me personally, I want nothing to do with you.
And I think I'm past the point of just being quiet. I have gotten quiet over the past couple of years.
Well, here's the thing, Gary. If people really want to change, that's what's got to happen. Right. And all due respect, it can't be the black and brown people that get made fun of that have to do all the things. And it's got to be the other people in charge that really make change.
And it can't just be the white people who vote like me trying to talk about this stuff. Like, I didn't ask for this. I didn't sign up for this. I told you what was coming. I told you who you were voting for. Now here we are. And then I got real quiet. Like, I can talk about John Morant and Jaren Jackson Jr. I am not that important. I don't think I'm here to change the world. But at some point, and I think we're here, I would feel ashamed. And maybe that's too strong of a word. But if I didn't make these feelings known, if I didn't stand up publicly and say, the President of the United States did some awful shit again, but like, what are we? If I would feel ashamed looking at you. I'd feel ashamed walking in this building and saying hello to people who don't look at me if I'm out there just acting like this shit isn't crazy and wrong and disgusting. And I'm not going to do 40 minutes on it every day, but like the people who did vote for this and did put on those hats and did put those flags in their yard, I know some of them are still gung-ho, but I guarantee you there's lots of them who understand now this is not okay. This is wrong. Those are the people who need to say something. Not just you, not just me, but the people who actually did this. It's time for you to say, you can't be comfortable with this.
There's only two types of people who would sort of allow this to go on. Those who feel that way and are inherently racist themselves, okay? And the second ones are those who are able to profit from that position of power, and they are willing to overlook that behavior because it enriches their pockets. And I think both of those types of people are not people I want to be associated with.
Same. Let's move on to football. Super Bowl last night, they actually did play a game. It wasn't the best football game of all time, but the Seahawks did win it. And the MVP is Kenneth Walker Jr., who's from right here in Memphis, Tennessee. That's a nice story. First running back to win MVP of the Super Bowl since, I believe, Terrell Davis, and that was a long time ago.
Yep. It was funny as the game was progressing and I was watching it and I was already thinking about the MVP. I'm like, it's got to be Walker, right? Because he had those huge runs in the first half that set up, a couple of those field goals, obviously. And the way he was just churning out yards, it was just eating up New England and their spirit, right? They were already getting decimated on offense with the defense from Seattle. But then when their defense was out there, which has been very good all season long, dude just kept chipping away and chipping away and chipping away. And that's why I thought even before, how we got to the end and everything, that he should have been the MVP. Now, I know some people are saying give it to the kicker because of all the field goals, but here's the deal. If it wasn't for Walker getting all those yards, they wouldn't have been in position for field goals anyway. So I think it was well-deserved and a tremendous performance for him, especially because this was not how the entire season played out with the running back position for Seattle. Walker was the run guy. Charbonnet was more of the third down guy catching balls out of the backfield. Walker had to do everything, and he stepped up in the biggest moment to have maybe his best game ever, and he earned the MVP as a result of it.
So Drake May's on the other side of this, struggled undeniably, but against a defense that people are calling like one of the all-time great defenses in NFL history. Where are we at on him now? Because I want to be clear, I don't watch every Drake May snap during the season. I play golf on Sundays, and then I turn on football when I'm done. But everything I hear during the season is MVP candidate at the age of 23. He's the next great thing. They found it. Turn on the TV this morning, and people are going, you know what? Maybe he's not actually special. He's just sort of average. What's the truth?
Somewhere in between.
Yeah.
And I think way too often now, Gary, we take, a very finite body of work and try to make something bigger than it is. He had a tremendous season. He really did. But that doesn't mean he's one of the top 3 quarterbacks in the league, right? So there's a whole bunch of space in there. And one season does not determine a career. And quite honestly, for him, one game doesn't define a season, right? I think he deserved all the praise he received up until this point, but he had a bad game against a really great defense. It happens. He's not the first quarterback who's had a good year, get to the Super Bowl, and then just flame out in the Super Bowl. It happens. It's happened repeatedly, but we try to make too much out of too little sometimes, Gary, and I think Drake May is our most recent example of that.
So last night, the game gets over, they hand out all the trophies, and then NBC goes straight to the Olympic coverage, Mike Tirico hosting, which I saw you pointed out on Twitter. Just an amazing night in your career. Like, we all get into this stuff, and you don't, maybe you do dream, but like you're probably not going to host the Super Bowl, regardless of how good you are. Like, that's a hard job to get. Imagine hosting the Super Bowl and the Olympics coverage on the same night. And I feel even stupid commentating on host, talking to an accomplished host like you. But when I talk to other people about it, I say, a great host is somebody who just looks smooth, and the bad ones, you'll see. It's easier to notice bad than it is to notice excellent, because excellence in that role just looks smooth. And even coming into the Super Bowl last night, it was just, I'm me, this is Chris Collinsworth, and he just looked comfortable in front of 150 million people. He's great. He's great at what he does.
He's the best all-around sportscaster of all time. He just is. Now, granted, for a lot of people don't really care. They just want to enter the games. And so this is like inside media talking about media.
Right.
But he's the best all around because he's done all the things, Gary, and not everyone has. And that's no disrespect to them. But, the great Al Michaels or Vin Scully or Kurt Gowdy none of those guys hosted SportsCenter. Right. None of those guys did hockey. None of those guys did basketball on TV and radio, plus football. And the fact that and the thing that got me last night about Mike, and I've known Mike. I met Mike the first time when I lived in Memphis. He would do play-by-play for the golf when they came out for St. Jude because it was on ABC back then, right? So that's the first time. So I've known him for 20 plus years. And the thing that got me about last night is yes, he just did play-by-play on the freaking Super Bowl, the biggest sporting event in America by far. And then he went down to the field and hosted the opening segment of the Olympics coverage as if, Gary, he didn't just do play-by-play in the Super Bowl.
It's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if you only caught the end when he started the Olympics coverage, you're like, oh, he's hosting from here. But like, dude, less than 20 minutes ago, he just did a 3-hour football game. And now he's transitioning to the Winter Olympics as if neither one of those things just happened in between. That is what I'm saying. Like, not many people can do that.
Right.
Right. Look, I will pat myself on the back. I am good at what I do.
Sure.
If I wasn't good at what I did, I wouldn't be where I am. Okay. Right. That's just a statement of fact.
Sure.
But Mike Tirico is ridiculously better than me. It's not even close. And I'm saying that from someone who's been in this thing for 30 years. Right. I know everyone who's been great. I've been watching him since I was a kid. He's the best all-around sportscaster of all time. And frankly, I don't think it's even close because no one else has done. He's done every single job there is, Gary, in sports broadcasting, television, and radio.
A legend. And I don't know him. I've been around him just because, we're at the same stuff sometimes throughout the years. But Adam Zucker, who is my colleague at CBS Sports, they're both Syracuse guys. And Zook swears by him. Like, by all accounts, like, not just amazing talent, but like a good guy. Like, people like him. Yeah. Yeah,
he is. He's a really good guy. When you're around him, he enjoys talking about. He doesn't like talking about himself. It's actually pretty funny. He enjoys talking about you, but anytime you bring up him to himself, he switches it. Right. So this is not the first time I've called him the best sportscaster of all time. I put it on social media for years, and he's reached out to me and always thanked me when I say it, but he always deflects and say, well, I'm just a product of the people I work with.
Sure,
he's that guy, and it is genuine in that regard.
That's good to hear. Last thing before I get you out of here. So then I'm watching the Olympics coverage, and obviously I knew what I was about to watch because it was tape delayed. I knew what had happened to Lindsey Vonn earlier in the day. But that was hard to watch. I mean, she did everything she could possibly do to put herself in a position to try to do something many people at this age don't even attempt. Torn ACL. She continues to try. And I think we knew there was a possibility it could go badly, and it went real badly. Broken leg, even though I knew it was coming, like, we were all in the living room, my whole family and friends, and it was just like, it was just, that's tough.
Yeah.
That's tough.
Because you wanted a good outcome.
Yeah.
You didn't want what happened. Right. And the real irony here is, Gary, and I've seen a lot of people complaining, well, she shouldn't have been out there in the first place, had a bad knee. Her knee was not the reason she crashed.
Right.
It wasn't. Good knees or not, the mistake she made was having that pole too far out to the right, and it clipped the flag, threw her off balance, and that's what made her crash. She would have crashed regardless if she had good knees, if she'd have done the same thing. So it had nothing to do with the knee, but it was an easy thing for critics to latch onto, especially those who've never covered an Olympic sport or don't anything about downhill skiing. Right? That's the irony. It wasn't the knee that caused the crash, but it was the easiest thing that people get onto. You just feel sorry for her because, again, you want greatness. You want greatness in stories, and you also, as an American, you want your best athletes to perform well, right? And her training, she looked great. The practice run, she looked great. And so she had a chance to medal, and that's what we were thinking about. And then for it to end that way, my heart goes out to her because I know how much, look, I've had my fair share of knee issues. I know what that pain and rehab is like. And for her to put her body through that continually at that age, to me, is remarkable. I said if she medals, it might have been the greatest Olympic performance of all time based on the injuries. But the worst thing was to see her crash and now to suffer yet another devastating injury.
Yeah, tough scene. I guess I watched in a matter of days her get airlifted off of a slope from a helicopter twice in a handful of days. Just rough stuff. Michael Eaves, you're the best, brother. I appreciate you being here. Make sure you follow him on X at Michael Eaves. That's at Michael Eaves. Thanks, brother. I'll see you next Monday.
All right, man. Take care.
All right, bye-bye. That's Michael Eaves from ESPN. Did you see the Lindsey Vonn fall?
Yeah, I watched quite a bit of Winter Olympics.
You know what?
Weekend.
I was talking to, so did we. Actually, we didn't watch a lot, but it just sort of, it's just on after the Super Bowl. And we didn't change the channel. And so we sat there and watched the skiing. And I think, like what I told Jess earlier, I don't plan to watch the Olympics at all. I'm not interested in anything. Like, if you said right now, GP, what are you looking most forward to in the Winter Olympics? I wouldn't even know how to answer the question. I don't even know, who's doing anything. Do you know who's doing anything?
The quad god, he's doing stuff.
Okay, I don't know
figure skating.
I don't know anything about the quad god.
No. Well, we're a little behind in the medals right now.
I had no idea. Everything you've said so far is stuff I don't have nothing.
We have 2 gold medals, which is tied for third best in gold, but we're behind in the total medal count by quite a bit.
Well,
Italy has 9. We have 2 medals total.
Well, we'll have to get going. We need to get going then.
We need to get going.
Yeah. Here's the thing. I don't know anything about the Olympics. I don't care at all about the Olympics. I don't know who's competing. I don't know who I'm supposed to be rooting for. I don't know who's great. Like, once upon a time, it's like, yeah, Michael Phelps is great. I knew that. Usain Bolt's great. I knew that. I don't know who's great. I don't know anything about it. But if I happen to just watch it, like it's just on, I enjoy what I'm watching. I enjoy what I'm watching, even though I don't care anything about it and don't even really want to watch it. I find it compelling television.
I'm a big Olympics guy.
I just don't.
I love the Olympics, winter and summer. Give them to me.
I don't get involved. So we did that last night. We watched Lindsey Vonn crash, and then this was fun. So we had my little guys there, and I guess we were just up. I don't know what was going on, and we just started putting on Super Bowl halftime shows, different ones. So we watched Prince, and we watched U2. I guess we watched Kendrick's again. Of course, they had seen that one a million times. But we just sit there and watch Super Bowl halftime shows after the.
That's pretty cool.
After the Super Bowl and after the Lindsey Vonn crash, we just watched Super Bowl halftime shows until everybody fell asleep. Fun night.
It was fun. Did you have a favorite like commercial or anything like that from the evening?
No, I was talking to Jess about this too. Like it used to be a thing. Hey, the commercials are on. Everybody shut up.
Yep.
Everybody shut up and pay attention. The commercials are on. And I just decided I'm not going to do that.
I think that we have become spoiled. I actually thought that it was really good. Like, I thought that there was a lot of really good ones that were entertaining. Now, you can argue, like, it is kind of jarring that, like, it'll be, like, some sweet, like, emotional commercial, and then it's, like, buy crypto at the end of it. But I thought that, like, there was some really good ads. There was a ton of, like, star power in all of them. Like, there was a bunch of celebrities and stuff. So I thought it was pretty good.
I approached the commercials like this. I saw some of them online in advance. I saw some of them on TV in real time last night. And then if I happen to be in the middle of a conversation with somebody else while a commercial was going on, it's no big deal. I wasn't going to stop the conversation to watch a commercial. I figured the best ones will make it to my computer screen at some point. I'll see what I need to see. So I didn't prioritize the commercials.
Gotcha.
I was just kicking it in a chair.
Nice.
I did have a ridiculous moment last night. So I was sitting in we have a sitting area. So I was sitting in a chair, same chair I sit in every night. All right. I consider it my chair. So I sit in my chair, and I felt the remote control fall like down back in the cushion, like back here. I like actually heard it fall, and I was like, I gotta go find that. And so I like got out of the chair and I reached down. There's like behind the chair, I realized there's a pouch down here. And so I reached in there to find the remote control. And you know what I found? 5 remote controls plus my Apple Watch. You notice I haven't had this on in months.
Oh, yeah, I guess I hadn't noticed. Yeah.
You don't have to pay attention to my wrist. But I haven't had this on in months. And so I reached back there and I was like, I've been buying remote controls from Amazon for my television, like a Samsung remote control, because I lose them all the time. And I just order a new one and it'd come in. It turns out I've got 11 of them. They were all right there in that same pouch. So now I know. It was a big moment for me.
Good.
Now I know every time I lose something, I know it's probably in that pouch. If I wake up one day and I go, I can't find my watch. I can't find my wallet. It's probably in that pouch with all those remote controls in my Apple Watch. Big night for me.
Nice.
It was a big night for me.
Good.
And then we had friends over. So then I went and handed out remote controls to everybody. I said, everybody can have their own remote control now. I've got one for everybody. And you can adjust the volume whenever you want. You don't even have to ask. If you want it to be louder, turn it up.
I would never let people have that kind of control in my home.
But I had all these remote controls. I didn't know what to do with them.
That's fine.
I had like 8 remote controls.
Yeah.
It's like I found a treasure box of remote controls. And so I just handed them out to everybody. I said, everybody has their own remote control. Thought I was being kind.
That is kind.
I thought it was kind. All right. We put it off long enough. You ready to talk Grizzlies?
Sure.
Oh, man. It's a 2-game losing streak now. But I guess that's a good thing.
We'll see.
We'll see. On the road tonight, Warriors in San Francisco. We'll dive in next. Gary Parrish Show, presented by Ortho South.
Sonic Radio. Welcome back to Sonic RNDIO. That spells radio with me, the CIO. This just in, the new Sonic $1.99 menu lets you build a crave-worthy meal for just $1.99 an item. Whether that's a creamy shake, crispy tots, or a quarter-pound double cheeseburger. This just out. Ostriches. They're mean, not very cute, and in my opinion, way too big for a bird. Don't miss the Sonic Fun 99 menu. 5 items, always $1.99. Live free, eat Sonic.
Tax not included. See menu for details.
Grizzlies fans know it's the team that gives you the edge. Big River Steel does too. And much like the Grizzlies have recruited legendary talent, we want you to be part of our team. Are you ready to be part of something legendary? Then visit www.bigriversteel.com. That's www.bigriversteel.com.
Kroger shoppers and Grizz fans. Want exclusive last-minute discounted ticket deals texted straight to you? Sign up with the new Kroger Buzzer Beater deal. Fans can sign up by texting Grizz to 636-479 or visit your local Kroger store in the Delta Division and scan the QR code. By signing up, you agree to receive recurring automated promotional and personalized marketing text messages from the Memphis Grizzlies. Consent is not a condition of any purchase. Message frequency varies. Message and data rates may apply.
Thanks for showing up, Memphis. Nothing compares to catching your Grizzlies IRL. And that all starts with buying tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Memphis Grizzlies and the NBA. Ticketmaster gets you to the game so you can catch every highlight. Put that jersey collection to use for the next game and get Grizzlies tickets at Ticketmaster. Whether they're here at FedEx Forum or on the road, Ticketmaster's got your back when it comes to scoring tickets. And there's no better brag than saying you saw it live.
The long goodbye begins. A very special evening with Journey. Final Frontier Tour. Journey. Tickets are on sale now at journeymusic.com. Your chance to say goodbye to the songs that changed our lives. Journey. Final Frontier Tour.
Orthopedic injuries can be unpredictable, unforeseen, and unscheduled, and Ortho South understands this better than anyone. Since your injuries don't make appointments, you don't need to either, and that's because Ortho South welcomes walk-ins during the weekdays, in the evenings, and even on Saturdays. So next time an unforeseen injury makes an unscheduled appearance in your life, visit orthosouth.org to find your nearest urgent care location. Just walk in, and Ortho South will take care of everything, especially you. Learn more at orthosouth.org. That's OrthoSouth at orthosouth.org. Now, I got 5 more things you need to know.
Number 1.
Your Memphis Grizzlies will be back in action late tonight out on the West Coast. It's a 9 o'clock Central tip. Grizzlies, Warriors in San Francisco at the Chase Center. Bennett, you ready to stay up late again tonight?
I am. I will be on radio tonight in studio, so please tune in and show some love. But yes, I am ready.
I was on the Jessica Benson show with CJ Hurt earlier, and among the many things she asked me, she said, "How are you gonna watch the rest of the season?" And I said, "Well, it's my job, so I'm just it's my job." But I think it is interesting to wonder, like, how are fans going to consume the rest of this season? We, not too long ago, we'd sit across from each other, and every morning we'd either be getting ready for a game or looking back at a game, and we'd be checking the conference standings, and we'd be, okay, 8th in the West, but only 2 games out of 7th, and if you could get on a little run here, and sounds like John, Jaron, could be coming. These conversations are not that long ago. And now we know that is all over. Jaron is gone. We'll see who plays the rest of the season. But undeniably, the franchise has pivoted into it's now more advantageous to lose than win. The goal is no longer to try to get into the play-in and see what happens. The goal is to get into the lottery and
see what happens.
Yeah. So how are we doing this? The Grizzlies are going to play tonight at 9 o'clock.
Yep.
I'm going to be in a hotel room in New York City. I will have it on. But, oh, buddy, this is going to be a hard few months.
Yeah, okay, so I'm probably not the right person to ask this question to because, well, first off, like I too, it's an honor and a privilege to be able to watch the NBA for a living. So that's amazing.
Just so people know, I will be in a hotel in New York City. I will have it on an iPad screen. I can also look over here for a little while. It's not that big of a deal. You live and die with every bounce on radio. Like you are consuming every bounce of a basketball in this Grizzlies season.
And I could probably count a handful of games that I've ever missed in the history of the team being here. Like, I watch all the time, no matter what. Bad years, good years, always watch.
Let's just say, let's put a number on it. The past 10 years, humans who have watched or listened to Grizzlies basketball games, you would be in the top 1%.
I think so.
You would have to be.
I think I would. I watched them all and listened to them all. I would say, and I heard you guys talking about this, and I think it's the right way to look at it. Obviously, we kind of know the score now. I mean, and especially with like the Western Conference, you can just look at the standings. Like, the play-in's pretty much done after these two Portland games this weekend. That thing's pretty much set in stone going into the postseason if you just look at how the standings are right now. And so I think you're obviously clearly paying attention to the young guys on the roster and guys that are on good contracts that could be a part of this thing going forward, like a Ty Jerome.
To your point, the gap between 10th and 11th, the gap between the Blazers and the Grizzlies, in part because of what happened this weekend, back-to-back losses in Portland. Yep. The gap is now 4 games. So
a lot of ground to make up, especially if you're not a great team.
Especially if you're not even trying to make up the ground.
That's right.
Like, you ready for this? They might not be capable of making that up now, even if they wanted to.
That's very true.
But they don't want to. So you're exactly right. It's done. I can tell you which 10 teams are going to be playing postseason basketball in the Western Conference.
Also, Portland wants that spot. That's another thing worth mentioning. That 10th spot, the finals, they want that spot.
Right. So the 10 teams that are going to play postseason basketball out of the Western Conference, it's done. It's Oklahoma City, San Antonio, Denver, Houston, L.A., Minnesota, Phoenix, Golden State, L.A., and Portland in some order. They'll spend the next few months figuring out the order, but those are the 10 teams that are going to be in the postseason. And then we'll get 8, we'll build a bracket, and then we'll play it out. But this is going to be the way this season unfolds now. You got to find the little things to grab onto and really become a college basketball fan.
Yeah.
Like, sit around and go, hey, AJ DeBonsa and Kingston Flemings are playing against each other late on a Saturday. I guess I'll watch that because maybe, if we're lucky, one of them is wearing a Grizzlies uniform next season.
Because, and you could speak to this, I would assume that if you get a top 10 pick in this draft, you're almost guaranteed to get a player that is going to start for you at some point eventually.
Well, who knows? I mean, Taylor Hendricks was drafted pretty high once upon a time.
But that's what everyone's assuming going into this, what's supposed to be an awesome draft.
The draft is awesome. These players are incredible.
Yeah.
I mean, I said this on the On College Basketball podcast the other day, and then it gets clipped, and then it gets nitpicked. Mm-hmm. The sentiment, it comes from a real place. I think the way it was phrased was there's going to be somebody pick 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th in this draft that becomes an all-star. And people are like, well, yeah, that's usually the way it works, dummy. What I mean is, yeah, I know you can find an all-star at 8 or at 18 or at 27 in any draft. At 45 in a draft, all-stars have been found. I got it. What I mean is, you can reasonably assume if you're picking 9th, you're picking somebody who has all-star potential. You draft Shai Gilgeous-Alexander wherever you draft him, you can't reasonably assume he's a future MVP. Mm-hmm. Whoever you draft 6th in this draft, whoever is selected 6th, I have no idea who it'll be. I'm just telling you right now, whoever it is, blindly, that person has a chance to be an all-star. The talent is this. It's people talk about it like it's Darren Peterson, AJ DeBonsa, Cameron Boozer, and then some other good guys. Dude, Caleb Wilson could be the best player out of this draft. Kingston Flemings could be the best player out of this draft. Keaton Wagler could be the best player out of this draft. And barring a surprise, or at least based on current projections, none of those guys are going top 2, top 3. I'd take any of them right now. Drop Kingston Flemings into FedEx Forum. I'm happy. Drop Keaton Wagler into FedEx Forum. I'm happy. Drop Caleb Wilson into FedEx Forum. I'm happy. Let me be clear. What I want more than anything else is Darren Peterson. Mm-hmm. But even if the ping pong balls don't go, quote, your way, the Grizzlies are going to have an opportunity to select multiple future all-star level talents, depending on where in this next draft. And so that's the way I think you've got to, as a Grizzlies fan, like, you got to think of it like this. I heard somebody else about a different thing make this analogy one time. I think it fits here on some level. You ever redone your kitchen? Hey, new fridge, new stove, new dishwasher, new counters, new everything. The whole kitchen's being redone, right?
No.
Okay.
I'm following.
Okay. All right. We're about to go through it. We've hit that stage in our home where we've been in it long enough. Everything needs to be replaced.
You have boys, yeah.
Yeah, it's just like
destroy everything. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, you have a nice home. That's what people say. Hi, man. I say, you have a nice home. Thank you. Nothing works here anymore. Everything is broken. That drawer doesn't open anymore. That drawer falls apart every time. This hot water heater is nothing works anymore. Yep. So we're at that stage where it's like, fun. Yep. Oh, it's the best. It's the best. And so there's nothing fun about redoing a kitchen. Every morning you wake up and this beautiful place where you used to go get a cup of coffee has now got blue tape on a wall and some drapings down on the floor, and it's dirty, and you don't even know where the coffee maker is anymore, and it sucks. Yep. Every day you wake up, it sucks. But eventually, oh man, it feels like it'll never get here. But eventually you're going to look up, you're going to go, okay, I didn't want to go through that. I did not want to go through having that crew in my house every day. I did not want to look for the Keurig machine every morning. I did not want to have to wake up and look at this mess every single day. But it is what we had to do to get this. It's what we had to do to get this beautiful kitchen that we now have. There's no great way to get that beautiful kitchen without going through this process.
Yeah.
So we got to get our kitchen redone, and it's gonna suck. You're gonna wake up every day and you're gonna be like, "This stinks. I hate this. I love watching the Grizzlies try to win, and now I'm watching them lose more often than win. And my favorite players, they're not even playing ever. All right?
Yep.
Some of them aren't even here anymore. It's going to be not fun, but man, I can't wait till you see this kitchen next season."
Yeah, and if you're looking for something to hold on to, like in the history of this franchise, we've never really gone through long rebuilds, ever in the history. And even Zach Kleiman alluded to it in his press conference that he didn't think this was going to be some long rebuild.
Well, and I hope he's right.
Yeah.
But that is also not up to him. He will be the man who determines that with the decisions that he makes and the picks that he executes. But I hope it's not a long rebuild. But, that's the thing about these rebuilds, and then we'll move on. Everybody understands why we're doing this under these circumstances. Everybody understands the possible payoff. What you also have to understand is that nothing is guaranteed. Just because you got all these draft picks, like if you don't pick the right players, it won't get you where you're trying to go. If you draft the right players but don't develop them properly, it won't get you where you want to go. If you don't surround your draft picks with the right type of people, it won't get you where you need to go. If you don't have the right coaching staff in place, it won't get you where you need to go. Like, all of these things have to work for it to work. But this is the best path forward. I think everybody agrees, or at least most people agree at this moment. Like, we're in it now. It's February 9th. If you want to talk about what we should have done on January 9th or December 9th or December 9th, 2025, December 9th, 2024, December 9th, 2020, we could have those conversations. It's February 9th, 2026 right now. This is where we're at. And the best path forward from this place is to do what is being done. I think most people agree on that now, even if it's not fun to go through. And you just hope that eventually we will wake up and the kitchen looks great and Darren Peterson's standing there asking you if you want some eggs or something.
Number 2.
Speaking of tanking, did you see this Jazz Magic thing the other night? Did it break your heart? Just looking at it.
Oh, Jaren guarding Desmond Bain.
Just looking
in
at
different
it.
uniforms. Sure, that did hurt to see. It was odd.
It's like seeing your ex-wife and your best friend, and they're like, it's just tough.
Here's the thing, though, because we just talked about this. I believe in karma.
Do you?
And there's ethical tanking and there's unethical tanking.
That was an unethical
an unethical tank.
For people who don't know, Magic Jazz, Saturday night. The Jazz are up going into the fourth. Jaren's playing well. Lauri Markkanen's playing well. And they just set everybody down.
The rest of the game. In a close game.
They never played again. And they lose the fourth quarter 33-23, lose the game 121-17.
That is too obvious.
That's a real problem for the NBA.
That's too obvious.
I mean, that's a real problem for the NBA. Like, that's embarrassing. Like, people pay, like, we all know what the score, like, tanking is supposed to be, we're going to move this player, we're going to move this player. This guy's got a hamstring, so we're going to be real careful with it. Mm-hmm. This is the best 5 we can throw out there right now. But then those 5 try. That's what tanking is supposed to be. Man, these 5, they can't be nobody, but they're trying. This is like you're in position to win this game with your best players on the court, mm-hmm. and you say, no, we're not doing this. You guys sit down. We are not putting our best combination on the court to close this game. We're not even pretending that we are. It's not even like, well, should you have brought Jaren back earlier or Lauri Markkanen back earlier? Should you let them play? It's over. Hey, guys, fourth quarter's here. We're done. Rest. That's a problem.
I agree. Yeah, and now on the flip side, people say, no, it's the smartest thing ever because you gave your fans the experience of seeing those guys, but then you accomplished your greater goal. It's too obvious. It's too obvious.
We're about to watch the rest of this regular season unfold, and about a third of the league doesn't want to win games. That's a problem.
I completely agree.
That's a problem.
I don't like this position that we're in right now. And I understand we just talked about it, like the greater good, all that, but it is a problem for the league, as a whole.
It's like I told Jess earlier. If you start looking at college basketball ratings, particularly when you get a good college basketball game head-to-head with a good NBA game. So, take the Friday night NBA doubleheader that, some network paid $1 billion for. And they built a whole television studio and hired a bunch of former NBA players and hosts to come in and talk about it. And it's like Friday night, NBA, this is your night. Fox is putting college basketball right up against it, killing it every week. Michigan State gets 3 times the ratings. St. John's, UConn kills the NBA. College basketball kills the NBA regular season ratings. You want to know why? Because when you watch a college basketball game, like a good one, I'm not talking about, Memphis, Charlotte.
Yeah, I got you.
When you watch Michigan State, when you watch St. John's, UConn, when you watch Duke, North Carolina, you're watching something that
it's high level, it's intense.
It's forget high level. I don't even care. College basketball can't match the NBA in terms of quality of basketball.
I'm telling you, the atmosphere.
It looks like, oh wow, this matters. Look at places full. Students are going crazy. Faces are painted. The players are diving all over the place, popping jerseys. The coaches are yelling. It's like you turn that basketball game on and you go, man, this I don't know what this is, but it must matter. It must matter because it looks like it matters to everybody in this place. And then you turn on an NBA game, same sport. It looks like it doesn't matter. And then there's actually a team telling you it doesn't matter. They say, oh, yeah, we are not even trying to win this game. Can you imagine? If you watch St. John's and UConn, and with 12 minutes to go in the game, Dan Hurley just set all his players down.
No, I cannot imagine that.
But that's what happens at the NBA.
Yeah.
It's a real problem. We'll let them try to solve it.
Number 3.
The participants of the three-point competition have been announced. We got a Con, but we didn't get a Cam. Con Knipple will be in it. Kim Spencer will not.
Okay.
Snubbed. Snubbed.
Was he snubbed?
I feel like snubbed.
I'm not completely outraged. I mean, if you go look at the 3-point standings, it's on NBA stats, it's not like Cam is one of the greatest in the league, or at least he hasn't made as many threes as a bunch of other guys. How about that? He's more efficient than a lot of them, most of them. And he's already there. So I do agree. I wish you would have given it to the reason I sent you this is why is Dame Lillard in the 3-point competition?
Because I guess you can shoot without being able to play. Can't play, but he can't shoot.
Yeah, I don't care. I think I know it's a TV product and all that kind of stuff. I think I gotta draw the line. I'm cool with a LeBron James being in the All-Star game because it's LeBron legacy, all that kind of stuff. I think I gotta draw the line at guys that have not played in the NBA at all this season.
I mean, our dunk competition gets won every season by a dude that doesn't play in the NBA.
That's a fair point. That is a fair point. But he's playing within an NBA franchise in that season. I think he made some appearances as well.
It's just a reminder that all this is goofy. I'm not going to watch it. I told you I'm out. Until
I cannot wait to come in here on Monday and and I'm gonna have it all laid out for. I'm gonna bring you back.
I'm gonna sit down with you on Monday. It'll be February 16th. Monday, February 16th.
And my job is to convince you to hop back on board to the NBA All-Star
I'm going to look right at you. I'm going to look right
Okay.
at you. I'm going to look right at you. I'm going to say, so, do you watch NBA All-Star Weekend? And
Of course I did.
And you're going to say,
Yeah.
of course I did. And I'm going to say, how was it? And if you can convince me that it was worth watching, I'll say, that's interesting. I'll get back. I'll watch next time.
Okay.
I'll watch next time. But I'm not going to keep, every year I tune into this. I'm like, all right, All-Star Weekend. Maybe it'll be cool this time. And I turn it on and I'm like, this stinks. This is awful.
Challenge accepted.
So you watch for us. You are the official watcher of the Gary Parrish Show of All-Star Weekend.
You got it.
I am not investing my time in it. The NBA players have told me they don't care. By the way they don't show up, by the way they don't perform, by the way they don't play, by the way they don't compete. They've said we don't care about All-Star Weekend. Fine. I also don't care about All-Star Weekend then, but I will keep an open mind.
Okay.
I will not watch. I will not watch until you can convince me it's worth watching.
All right.
So I'll sit down with you on February 16th. I'm going to say, Bennett, how was All-Star Weekend? And if you go, man, GP, that was amazing. You missed the best dunk contest ever, the best three-point contest ever, and the best All-Star game ever. I'll go, man, okay, I'll watch next year. But more likely you're going to say, it was boring. It was boring and not exciting and nothing interesting happened. And I'll go, okay, good. I'm glad I didn't waste my time on that. That's where we're at on this. It's up to you.
Okay.
It's up to them, but it's up to you.
Challenge accepted.
Bennett has accepted my challenge.
Number 4.
I didn't mean to take a little stray at the Tigers and the 49ers.
I noticed that. I didn't say anything. 'cause I knew we were
Final
gonna talk
score,
about
Memphis 77, Charlotte 54. That was inside FedEx Forum. Aaron Bradshaw, he got 16 points. So the Tigers are back above 500, 12-11 overall, 7-4 in the American. You got anything to say about this basketball game?
And you mentioned Aaron Bradshaw, like Penny. I thought his comments post game were just very straightforward, and it's what I'd been saying. It was like, man, you know, I'm surprised. He basically said, I was surprised that we didn't get this guy for the first half of the season because he's been playing really well. They've won 2 in a row, and it does kind of leave you wondering, man, if he had been playing like this all year, where would we be? I hope it's a positive trend going forward because they are playing well right now. They've got a hard stretch of games coming up, and can you just continue to climb up in the conference standings and get one of those top 4 seeds and be playing well later into the season?
Right now, back up to 94th at KenPom. They had fallen outside of the top 100 at KenPom.
Yep.
Back inside the top 100, up to 94th. Thursday is the next game. That's at North Texas. And then they step out of the American. This is a game I remember when it got announced. I believe it's on CBS Sports or CBS Sports Network. I know it's on one of those because like all of these, I don't know if people know this, like the way it gets determined what games are on what networks. Like when, say, the Mountain West has an ESPN contract and a CBS contract. There's like literally like think of a fantasy football draft. It's literally like,
we want this one, we want this
you
one.
get network executives on a Zoom call, and they say, okay, CBS, you get first pick of the Big Ten schedule. What game you want? And they say, we'll take Michigan at Purdue. And then they say, okay, that's yours. All right, Fox, you're up. It's like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I just remember having a conversation with somebody, and they were like, Utah State, how good are they going to be? I was like, they should be good. I was like, and they were like, Memphis. And I was like, ooh, I don't know. But it's a brand. Memphis is a brand. And they're like, cool, like we're going to try to get that game. And so let's see where it is this weekend. It is on CBS Sports Network, 7 o'clock, Valentine's night. Utah State's 20-3.
Yeah, man.
They're good.
That's I still, it's going to be tough, but that's but I mean, I stand by that's great scheduling. I love it.
I love this game. And you're going to, when you turn it on Saturday night, I hope you're spending Valentine's Day with your beautiful wife. But if you happen to get to the Tigers game at some point, you turn that on, what you're going to see, Utah State is an awesome college basketball arena. I mean, that place, it'll be packed. The students will be great. You'll look at that and you'll go, that's what college basketball is supposed to look like.
Nice.
So this is a wonderful, wonderful non-league game. It is also the only game left on Memphis' schedule that KenPom projects the Tigers to lose. So, favored in every remaining American game, at least projected as a favorite in every remaining American game, projected as a double-digit underdog at Utah State this weekend. But right now, the projected record heading into the conference tournament at KenPom, 16-15 overall, 11-7. What that means is whatever happens between now and the conference tournament, the stakes are clear. You got to go win the thing. You got to go win it to go to the NCAA tournament, or then we'll, have different conversations to have about different things. But victory yesterday, inside FedEx Forum, that's 2 in a row.
Number 5.
Just an awesome weekend of college basketball.
Yeah, it was.
I mean, just as good as it gets. As good as it gets. As Grizzlies fans, I know a lot of you now turning your attention that way. Darren Peterson, AJ DeBonsa, Cameron Boozer. I could list you 10 names right now, and at least one of them is probably going to be a Grizzly next season. You ready? Let's just do it. Darren Peterson, AJ DeBonsa, Cameron Boozer, Darius Acuff, Michael Brown, Keaton Wagler, Kingston Flemings. I probably just named a future Grizzly right there. I
think you probably did.
I don't know who, but I probably just named a future Grizzly. And they're all all over the television this weekend. Friday night, you got St. John's over UConn in the Garden. That was awesome. Saturday, you get Duke, North Carolina, Seth Trimble at the buzzer to lift the Tar.
Was sick.
Awesome. Just everything about it. And the way the games were staggered on Saturday too, it was like, as soon as one great one got over, it's like, all right, now it's time for Michigan State, Illinois. Okay, that's overtime. Done. Now it's time for BYU Houston. There's DeBonsa. There's Flemings. Just, as I said on the On College Basketball podcast at some point, if you can get past all the nonsense, the court cases and the lawsuits and the constant transfers and just, if you can get past it, and I know some people can't, but the on-the-court product for college basketball right now is as good as it's ever been, or at least as good as it's been in my adult life. I guess it was probably better in the 80s or 70s when players didn't leave school as early, as often. But the on-the-court product right now is terrific. And Friday and Saturday were 2 incredible examples of that. This college basketball season, Selection Sunday just 5 weeks away from Wednesday, so it's right around the corner. And the product so far this season, whether it's individual players or team storylines, the product is delivering. Be back with Carry Out.
Thanks for showing up, Memphis. Nothing beats catching your Grizzlies IRL, and nobody knows that better than you. So next time you want to hit up a game, Ticketmaster's got your back with tickets to every upcoming matchup. Whether you're catching the Grizzlies at home or on the road, you'll find tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Memphis Grizzlies and the NBA. Keep putting that jersey collection to use and get Grizzlies tickets today. There's no better brag than saying you saw it live. See you courtside again soon, Memphis.
Sonic Radio. Welcome back to Sonic RNDIO. That spells radio with me, the CIO. This just in, the new Sonic $1.99 menu lets you build a crave-worthy meal for just $1.99 an item. Whether that's a creamy shake, crispy tots, or a quarter-pound double cheeseburger. This just out. Ostriches. They're mean, not very cute, and in my opinion, way too big for a bird. Don't miss the Sonic Fun 99 menu. 5 items, always $1.99. Live free, eat Sonic.
Tax not included. See menu for details.
Own the 2025-26 Grizzlies season with the 10-game Flex Pack, the ultimate way to catch all the action on your terms. Choose your favorite matchups from intense rivalries to weekend thrillers and customize your pack to fit your schedule. With 10 games to pick, you'll never miss the moments that matter most. Visit Grizzlies.com/packs today to build your perfect ticket pack and cheer on the Grizzlies your way. It's your team, your season, and your schedule. So don't miss out.
Now that's the new edition way.
I feel like there's another level we can take it to.
What you think, Mike?
2 steps ahead of you, Slick.
What's good, bro?
What you doing, man?
I'm in.
Woman, you don't even know what I'm getting ready to ask you.
Here's the vision. All 3 of us on the same stage every night.
Gonna be crazy.
No barriers, no separation.
It'll be like 9 kings and a queen.
The next level starts now.
we're giving you a chance to win a free Sonic gift card. Just hit the link pinned in the YouTube chat to enter for a Sonic gift card. Jump into the chat right now. Hang with us and maybe even eat free Sonic too. During the Super Bowl, buddy, they wouldn't stop showing them Smash Burger commercials. You had your Sonic Smash Burger lately, Bennett?
I have not, but I did notice that as well. In fact, I said the words last night to my family. We need to go to Sonic soon.
That Smash Burger is not, it ain't for play.
Is it good?
It ain't for play.
It's good advertising.
I
wanted Sonic last night because of those ads.
Here's the truth. The only kind of commercials, not the only I'm doing, but like the kind of commercials that work best on me, that. Show me something available
that I can just go get
that I can just go get tomorrow. I will drive through somewhere just to get something because I saw it in a commercial and it looked awesome.
Yep.
That is how I ended up with the Smash Burger, Bennett.
Nice.
And not today, but I've had
You've had your share.
I've had my share. I've had my share of Sonic Smash Burgers. I like them. I dig Sonic.
Good.
Let's do carryout.
It's time for GP's Carryout. One final segment filled with stuff to take with you. It's not everything you need to know, but it's most of it. What did we miss today?
Bennett, where was Savannah Guthrie's mom?
Dude, I don't know. I mean, the last thing that we got was an update and a deadline passed. I don't know.
This is bananas.
And they obviously, there was a lot of video footage this weekend of them searching all around her neighborhood. Like there was just, task force and everything searching around her.
The son-in-law's house.
And their house, yeah. So
it's just like, this is crazy.
It's crazy.
84 years old, allegedly abducted from her bed. No, I mean, we don't know what's going on.
It's been, 2 weeks?
Nearly.
Yeah.
And like one deadline's already passed.
Yep.
The other one is approaching. Savannah Guthrie and her siblings have said, we will pay the ransom. Give us our mother back. We'll pay the ransom. And like, I don't, like, here's where it's at. Last night we had, a couple people, we had friends come over for Super Bowl, right? And at some point somebody was like, hey, GP, so what's going on with Savannah Guthrie's mom? And I'm like, I don't know. How is she not on a Ring camera somewhere? How did no camera pick up nothing? As far as we know, as this moment. Nothing meaningful, nothing helpful.
Right.
What a wild situation.
It is really wild.
And just like a nightmare. I mean, none of this is good, but like you'd almost like, would it be, I don't know. Like, I was going to say, would it be easier if you just like lose your mother? You just like, hey, your mom died. It's so awful. I guess no, because at least you got hope right now. But this seems like a nightmare. Every day, wake up, you're just like hoping today's the day my mom might come back.
And there's just no leads
and
or
you just
anything.
don't know what's going on. I don't know, man. Just an absolute nightmare.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Heavy stuff.
We'll keep following it.
Yeah.
What's today's biggest game?
Bennett, there are big Mondays, and then there's the biggest Monday.
All right, what's going on?
I really think this is as good as you could.
This is the biggest Monday of Big Mondays?
Okay.
All right.
I really think if you took all 365 college basketball teams, laid them out on a table, and said, GP, you can pick any two and create a game tonight to watch. I don't know that I would create anything better than this. Number 1 Arizona at Kansas. 23-0 Arizona, undefeated, unanimous number 1 team in the country. Best start in Big 12 history. Arizona, inside Allen Fieldhouse, against Naismith Memorial Hall of Fame coach, 2-time national champion Bill Self, and the presumed number 1 pick in the 2026 NBA draft, Darren Peterson. You ready for this? Bill Self tonight will be coaching his 39th Big Monday game inside Allen Fieldhouse.
How about that?
Do you know what his record is in Big Monday games inside Allen Fieldhouse?
You said 39?
Tonight will be his 39th game. So he's coached 38. You need a combination of 38 games. Give me a win-loss record. Bill Self on Big Monday in Allen Fieldhouse. He's coached 38 times.
I'll say 34-4.
38-0.
Damn.
He has never lost a Big Monday game inside Allen Fieldhouse.
Well, then I will not be picking against him.
Okay.
That's a hell of a stat right there.
Okay, well, this is my point. You have, if you're going to pick it, you got to pick one way or another, all right? You either have to pick against Bill Self inside Allen Fieldhouse on Big Monday. He's never lost. Or you got to pick against a 23-0 Arizona team, ranked number 1 in the country, unanimously, that already owns wins over UConn, Florida, Alabama, Auburn, UCLA, BYU. It sounds stupid to pick against either one of these teams, but you got to pick against Got to pick against one of them.
You know where
Arizona minus 1.5. The Wildcats are favored on the road. Totals 152.5. 8 o'clock tip on ESPN.
You know where I stand on this. Arizona, they need to take a loss for the greater good. You can't go into the NCAA tournament undefeated. You just can't. You can't have that kind of pressure. You need to take an L. They're taking an L tonight. Bill Self stays undefeated on Big Monday.
I'm going to have a party in my hotel room tonight. I'm going to have a party.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
I don't think you could make a college basketball game tonight better than this one.
Okay.
Whatever you want. You would like 5-star freshmen? There's at least 3 of them in this game. You like draft picks? The number 1 pick in the draft is in this game.
I'm in.
You like blue bloods? It's Kansas. You like historic college arenas? It's the best, Allen Fieldhouse. You like elite teams? Arizona. It is February 9th. They haven't lost. They're 23-0. I don't think you can make a game better than this. I'm going to have a party tonight.
All right. Give me the Jayhawks.
You got it.
What are we watching on TV?
Raw on Netflix?
Okay.
How you feeling about it?
Good.
We're on the road to WrestleMania.
Good, and they're about to be here very soon. So, wait, we might be the next Raw, I believe. It's coming up here at FedEx Forum. So, yeah, I'm in.
I'm in.
I'm on the road. I told you after the Rumble, I'm on the road. I'm back. So let's go.
All right, then let's watch Netflix tonight. Let's watch. We got it. We're gonna have a party tonight. You're gonna have it in your house. I'm gonna have it in my hotel. We got Raw.
I'm gonna be doing it at the radio station.
We got Raw.
Pulled up.
We got Raw on Netflix. We got Grizz Warriors, and we got Arizona, Kansas. This is a great Monday.
Let's go.
This is a good day.
What's the best thing we've read?
Updated the top 25 and 1 over at CBSSports.com. Arizona is number 1 for the 30th consecutive morning. I wrote about Arizona and Kansas. One other nugget for you. How about this? Arizona is the first ever number 1 ranked team to come to Allen Fieldhouse as a visitor in the Bill Self era. Because he's been number 1.
Okay, that makes sense.
And Kansas, in the history of the program, has never beaten a number 1 ranked team inside Allen Fieldhouse. So, there's a lot of stuff connected to this. You can read about it at CBSSports.com.
What's on tap for tomorrow?
Well, tomorrow will be Tuesday. We'll be looking back at Grizz Warriors, looking back at Kansas, Arizona. I'll be talking to you from New York City, and with now football completely in our past.
Ouch.
Ouch. Enjoy the rest of your day. I'll try to enjoy mine. Meet me back here tomorrow at 10. Till then, be careful, be kind, be good. Rep your hood.